everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Carrie with Pens and Books and today we are doing the July wrap-up. So for July, the stats for this month that I'll be posting here is that I completed 11 books, read 3,224 pages, listened to 39 hours of audiobook so far. I'm still working on a few. Average rating was 4.55. The books acquired does need to change. I actually got a whole bunch of books for free because they were gifted. I got the entire Wheel of Time series and Wizard's First Rule, whatever series, Sword of Truth, I think that one is. I think I got the entire series of that one. I haven't double checked. And then I also got the entire C.S. Lewis series of Chronicles of Narnia. Library books, I checked out 7 books this month. I did 2 rereads, 0 DNFs. This is the first month there hasn't been a single DNF. I started 3 series and I completed 2, which I'm very happy for. So unfortunately, some of the books that I did not get to this go round are Harry Potter Film Wizardry by Brian Sibley, Heir to the Shadows, and Queen of Darkness by Anne Bishop, The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, Wolfsbane by Amy Easterling, Astronomy by Tom Jackson, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, Sweet Success by Susan Mallory, The Writer's Compass by Nancy Ellen Dodd, The Golden Key by Marion Womack, and House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. So for the books that I started and did not finish, I just haven't finished them yet. I do plan on finishing them. I just, again, haven't gotten to it yet. The way I've been doing my reading is I do a physical book day, an ebook day, and then an audiobook day. So for my physical book that I am currently in the progress of, I have Archangel's Legion. For the ebook that I am currently reading, I have Vampire Hunters, which is an ARC book. And then for my audiobook, I have The Diary of a Young Girl. But since I'm also reading that one, it kind of gets, can be put into both physical and audio. Oh, and I also have Providence Kairos that I did start reading, but did continue reading, but I did not finish. Alrighty, so the book with the lowest rating that I did was a 3.75, and that is The Last Empress of France by P.D. Kladstrup and Evelyn Resnick. Please forgive me if I'm horribly pronouncing names. Not very good at that part. Anyway, so this is the lowest rated book that I had for this month. And I think a part of that is simply because I think I covered this when I was talking about it a little while ago, but this particular book, while it wasn't bad, it wasn't as good as it could have been. There was a lot of stuff going on that it seemed essentially like the Last Empress of France, Empress Eugenie? I don't know how to pronounce her name either. She seemed to be the perfect character, the perfect person. Anything that went wrong during her husband's reign as Emperor of France wasn't her fault. Anything that went right seems to be according to her. So it didn't go into really any of her faults except for the fact that she had a temper. And let's face it, everybody has some sort of temper at some point of time. But so unfortunately, I didn't rate this higher. I did enjoy it, but I didn't rate it higher than what it was. The next one with a 4.25 was Slave to Sensation. While I did really enjoy the book, there were bits that I was just like even the start, I didn't really like the start of the book, but I continued reading it. I ended up really enjoying it. There were some bits, of course, that could be better, but there are always going to be those bits. The next one is A Day of Fallen Night. I know I covered that one in our last wrap-up, so I'm not going to do too much with that one. But Day of Fallen Night, I'm really glad that I am done with it. I greatly enjoyed it. There is another one that I just asked for on NetGalley called Among the Flowers or Among the Burnt... Among the Burning Flowers, yeah. It is in between the first book and then A Day of Fallen Knights. I'm going to be very hopeful that I get it, but I'm also not going to hold my breath because my ratio on NetGalley is not so great right now because I have a lot of books out. The last book that was rated 4.25 was The Mafia Nanny. Technically, while this is a book, it is... I didn't read it as a book, I read it as the webtoon. But I did greatly enjoy it. There's just it's still kind of setting up the rest of the series as it goes. It's not bad, but not great. It is a webtoon, so I kind of have to take that into effect when I'm doing my ratings. So, like, I don't know. It's not a bad webtoon. I enjoy it. I also got approved for the next book when it comes out, so I'm kind of holding off on reading any more of it. But yeah, lots of fun on that one. The next book is going to be Ready or Not. Ready or Not, I did a mixture of audiobook plus physical book. This was for our Game of TBR continuous series. This also completed the All-American Girl series, which I'm really excited for. Excuse me, if you guys remember, I actually spun the wheel that I have from all of my book series that I am currently reading. I don't recall if I actually took out All-American Girl. I will double check later. But yeah, so this would continue the series. I did finish it. I did enjoy it. Again, I got a 4.5. It really took me back to high school. Like, I kid you not. I felt like I was 16, 17 years old again. It was not fun. The next one that was 4.5 was Inkheart. This one... oh my lord. So this one, as you guys saw, so this one took over for our TBR Trail Magical Realism instead of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And it also was our Herkyed 1.0 Read in a Single Day challenge. I've said this before in my last Herkyed update, or one of my Herkyed updates. I will never be doing that again. Let it be known. I will never, ever, ever be doing that again. It was absolutely awful. I felt guilty because my boyfriend was working on the house while I'm laying down reading a book, and again, there was a bit of a miscommunication on some of the stuff that was going on, but yeah, no, I won't be doing that again for a 500-page book. I enjoyed the book. The book was good. I'm actually in the process of looking for the next book. Or not the next book, the movie, so I can watch the movie and use that as my adaptations for Herkyed 2.0, but again, I will not be reading that long of a book again, unless it's like graphic novels, because those are so much easier to do. The last 4.5 book was Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary was an ARC book. It was a late ARC read, but I actually really enjoyed Bloody Mary. Actually, no, I think it was an early ARC read. It is a graphic novel about the life of Queen Mary Tudor, who was also known as Bloody Mary, because of her trying to turn the country Catholic once again after her father broke with the Catholic Church. It wasn't bad. There was definitely some creative licensing on how Mary may have interacted with her family, or even just in general based off of some little things. But again, any book is going to do that. But when any book that takes the first person perspective of a character that is no longer with us, it's going to do that. I'm not going to hold that against it, but at the same time, I'm not... I don't know, there was little things that I didn't like that they did, but again, you never know how their life would have gone, you know. So it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Christina German, I really hope I'm pronouncing her name right, did amazing with the art as well as the story. Absolutely beautiful. So the next one with a 4.75 will be Trial of the Sun Queen. When I started reading, I didn't even remember having started the series. But now I definitely remember it now. When I started reading the first chapter again, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this, and I went back to where I was, which was chapter 2. I had read one chapter in that entire book. Not a bad book. I really, really enjoyed it. I had a bunch of fun reading. Um, when I started reading it, I thought it was going to be like the selection, but it's not. And I will be doing reviews on all the books I've read, just so keep an eye out for all those. But again, really good book. I'm excited to read the rest of the series. The next book is Stormfront, which was the Fable read. It was actually, I think, the first book I finished this month. No, it was not the first book. It was the second book I finished this month. I really enjoy this book. At first, I thought it was a magical realism. It is not a magical realism, unfortunately, because there are set rules for the magic system. But again, I really enjoyed this book. I'm so excited to be able to finally continue the rest of the series. Next one that I'm going to be covering is I'll Be Waiting. I'll Be Waiting also got a 4.75, and I mean, some of the stuff that it covered gave me chills. I absolutely loved it. It was a really good paranormal mystery, horror thriller. I mean, it was absolutely amazing, and I definitely recommend it. I don't remember when it came out, but you have your main character who has cystic fibrosis, who loses her husband and has to figure out how to grieve. And the way she's doing it is one way to do it. But yeah, so it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. The next book is Evan Wild. Evan Wild was the audiobook, one of the only 2 audiobooks I started the month with. It also completed a series, which super excited for. But yeah, so audiobook is really, really good. Or not audiobook. Evan Wild was really good. It was, for a while there, I thought it was going to go one way and then ended up going another. But yeah, so really good. Absolutely enjoyed it. And our final book is one that I actually just completed last night, and that will be The Lightning Thief. The Lightning Thief is the first book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians, also the first book for the Camp Half-Blood world that Rick Riordan, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing his name right, did, and I'm actually planning on using the TV show as my Herkia 2.0 adaptations because I haven't seen the TV show yet. So I'm really excited, really happy to finally start it, as well as finish off the rest of this book series, as well as Camp Half-Blood in general. So yeah, those were all the books from this month. My July TBR, it was quite a bit. Books I unfortunately did not get to open or finish. I will be adding them into future prompts. Hopefully we will get to see more of them next month. We shall see a whole bunch of stuff going on next month. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Happy reading!